Hi guys, and welcome back to another DrAce video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 21. Sepang International Circuit is upon us for round 19 of this Moto3 World Championship. So here we are on track right now. The weather is looking great and we have a perfect tow to Maximilian Koffler right ahead of us. Now this has been a very challenging track in the past for me. I love this track, I've had some great times with it. However, I kind of fear the worst with the Moto3 machine. Now bearing in mind, if you are new to the Moto3 career mode of mine, I do only run power setting 1 to give that little bit of extra sort of entertainment value, because it keeps the action extremely close. Now Sepang has a lot of long straights and quite a lot of long corners, so I'm not sure how things will progress here in this magnificent Malaysian circuit. Certainly one of my favourites. The action here is always great. And especially in Moto3 with the guys using long trains, this is going to be a great Grand Prix. I can already feel it. It's going to be a tough one, so it was extremely crucial. I am going to spoil Australian Grand Prix right now, so if you haven't seen it, I would suggest you to go and watch that right now. But after the crucial victory in Phillip Island and taking the 9 extra points ahead of Darren Binder, this could be the track that would really make the difference. Because if we are unsuccessful in our battles here, it could very well mean that was a huge moment in Australia, in Phillip Island. Following Farid Izdihar on track right now. I've not seen much of Farid Izdihar, but he did have a great result earlier on in the season when it was a rather wet and damp qualifying session. So we're now going to the right hand side for turn 11. I must confess, it is getting closer and closer to the final round of Valencia, and I must say, what an incredible season we've had so far. Moto3 in MotoGP 21 has been bloody awesome, and I really hope you guys have enjoyed it as much as I have. It does seem that way because you guys have commented some very positive things, and honestly, just to entertain you all is just exactly what I'm looking to do, and to be able to both have fun with it is exactly what I'm looking for. The Aces and I all having fun and enjoying the magnificent battles that have been put on display in this Moto3 career mode. So shout out to all the virtual riders from the first place to the last place. It's been awesome. But never mind the sentiments, we're currently following Farid Izdihar and we're about to cross the line with a little bit of a tow, so this is going to make a difference towards later on when we try and qualify alone. So our first clean lap of the session, it's a 2 minute 15.726, which is currently half a second slower than Jama Masia. Not too concerned right now. We still have Farid Izdihar to give us a bit of a tow, but I do believe he won't exactly be going the same speed that we are, so we'll try and utilise what tow we can, get past him, and start chucking in the fast lap times. Now, I don't know how well we're going to do here, honestly, in qualifying. I think it's going to be a difficult one. I do think we're going to be qualifying quite low down, although, never say never. Always stay tuned and always stay ace, because you never know what could happen. As Farid Izdihar gets a little bit out of shape, he drops the front. Goodness me, I wasn't expecting him to dive up on the inside and drop the front. So forget the idea about getting a tow from Farid Izdihar. He clearly didn't fancy doing that here today. So we're going alone, DrAce against the world in free practice 1. I'm pretty confident we can at least get into qualifying. As long as we get into qualifying 2, we should be more or less okay. But honestly, the more challenge, the better. That's what it is all about. I enjoy the challenge, but, you know, I'm talking as if this is already over, but 0.2 of a second, we have a red sector. And Jama Masia, Sergio Garcia also have red sector times, but Darren Binder, the person we certainly don't want to be seeing topping any timing sheet as we go a little bit wide and invalidate the lap here in Malaysia. Big mistake on the second lap, but still, we'll continue the lap, see where we would have ended up, see if we can at least learn a bit of the track, get used to things. And I'm a little bit concerned about those tyre wear, so maybe jump in and get a fresh set of rubber, or potentially just go straight into qualifying and just do battle with the best riders in Moto3. Now, upon adjusting my glasses, I've just noticed that Darren Binder is set to improve his lap time of a 2:15.193, as he's currently set a fastest sector time into sector 1. Jama Masia, of course, still on 3 red helmets. In fact, never mind about the 3 red helmets, he turned to 4 as he now leads with the 2:15.131. Great stuff from the Red Bull KTM IO rider. I tell you what, I mentioned this in Australia, but Jama Masia has really come alive towards the end of the season. If only it'd been more consistent, we could be talking about a totally different championship aspect right now. But you know what? I'm fancying to be a bit daring. I'm going to call this the last lap, and let's jump into qualifying to see how we can get on. So the end of free practice 3, Jama Masia is still in the lead with Darren Binder and Pedro Costa trailing behind. Grant is currently in 9th place, which should be enough to get us into qualifying 2. Qualifying 2 right here, right now for the Sepang International Circuit. The weather still looks great, and we will introduce the riders coming from Q1 to the big boys in Q2. Andrea Mino, Nicolo Antonelli, Ethan Guevara and Ayumi Sasaki join the entertainment of Q2. So here is Grant on the soft front and the hard rear. I made a bit of a note earlier on during the practice session that the hard rear might have to be used. Now, we haven't used the hard rear at all this season, but I'm very keen to see how we do with it. Soft option front has been common this season, mediums and medium rears, but the hard option is something I've not touched all season, so I'm very curious to see its performance in this extremely warm weather right here in Sepang, Malaysia. And up into the Sector 1, we are up by half a second, but I guess it's kind of material right now as Jeremy Alcoba's time is a 2 minutes 16.847. You've seen in free practice just a moment ago that we're looking at low 2.15s. The high 2.14 may be what's required to take pole position. I don't think we're going to be that close, but we'll do what we can. Going into turn 5 on the left-hand side of the tyre. Still using power setting 1, please do not forget that. That's very important for our championship challenge, because it just makes it so much more sweeter that we are leading the championship by 12 points in round 19. Now onto the right-hand side of turn 7, brings a little bit early there, but it's still okay. However, we did gain a hefty amount of time there. A whole second was gained into Sector 2. That is great stuff, and I'm very positive about this going into turn 9, dropping the anchors, going for that really tight apex, dropping the bike down to about 30 to 40 miles per hour. Really slow stuff for that corner. Probably the slowest corner in the entire Grand Prix calendar. Name a corner that's slower than that one and we can debate it down in the comment section down below. But coming into Sector 3 right now, it's coming to a completion. As we go to the left hand side for turn 12, we have Sergio Garcia ahead of us. If we can get close enough to Sergio Garcia, we could get a wicked tow here. But goodness me, into Sector 3, 2.1 seconds clear from Jeremy Alcoba's time. This is ridiculous. Who on earth predicted that we were going to go 2 seconds ahead into Sector 3? We're still trailing behind Sergio Garcia. This could be incredible as we now peel off a little bit, break into the final corner, turn 15 onto the left-hand side. We ran it a little bit wide. The left-hand side of the tyre is hotter than a blind man's marshmallow on a campfire as we go absolutely hectic and go for it now. Right onto the rear of Sergio Garcia, across the line. One lap time it's going to be, it's a 2:13.505. What a ridiculous lap time. We're a whole second clear of Andrea Mino. Oh my goodness. Words escape me, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so absolutely gobsmacked. Absolutely gobsmacked that we have been able to take potentially pole position. I don't think anyone's going to really surprise us. Kaita Toba, Suzuki's on orange sectors right now. Rodrigo's on an orange sector. We're trailing behind Andrea Mino. We could very well improve here, ladies and gentlemen. What a lap, what a performance this is going to be. We are up by another 1/10 of a second. Tonight's Grand Prix at 8 PM GMT is going to be wild. Granted, we start from pole position. However, how long is that straight to turn 1? We might not even be in the top 10 by the completion of turn 1 and 2. Because of course turn 1 and 2 are very difficult corners to navigate when everyone's there. Anything could go wrong into that corner, so that's why it's imperative to take pole position, which we have done so well this season. I do believe it's 11 pole positions. I'd probably have to double check, but I'm pretty certain that has been absolutely awesome in the sense of qualifying this season. We've probably been the better man all season. We've had some downfalls. I've made mistakes myself, and of course I've also been taken out a couple of times. Thank you very much, Gabriel Rodrigo, but never mind about that, because right now we only have one goal and in the race tonight at 8 PM GMT, and that is to finish ahead of Darren Binder. Whether it's a win, a second place, a third place, or 15th place, providing we finish ahead of Darren Binder, we'll be in the best possible position for the World Championship. But onto the left-hand side for turn 12, we are trailing Andrea Mino right now. We're kind of giving a bit of a tow here from Mino, thank you very much. Now, bearing in mind, Mino has had my number a couple of times this season, and it looks like he's ran it wide a little bit there, and I don't think we're going to be able to take advantage of his slipstream now, as we're practically alongside each other. If he just pulls over a little bit, but I don't think it's worth it. Down by 90,000 of a second. We're going to be close, but we're not going to be able to improve upon the 2:13. But if we can get another 2:13 lap, then things aren't looking too bad, let's be honest. Going into the final corner of turn 15, now charging to the finish line, we are going to be roughly into the 2:13s again, and I don't think anyone else can say the same this session. There's an achievement for us as well for doing so well in qualifying sessions and improving upon the goal of 3rd row. But guys, as always, thank you very much for watching. See you at 8 PM GMT for the Grand Prix of round 19 of Sepang International Circuit. Upon that note, guys, thanks for watching. Like, comment and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be alerted to every single DrAce upload. And upon that note, guys, thanks for watching and ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more DrAce content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single DrAce video.